Eater.
Let's go.
Hey, before we really start, if that gets annoying, let me know.
Oh, you're going to be crunching and munching the whole pod? Oh, God, dude. I mean, some people like that, dude, the ASMR thing.
I'm not going to be able to talk to you. You got to get that out of your teeth.
Oh, is there something in my teeth?
You got a little green little... It's not green. It's probably a little backer.
Oh, God.
My first dip.
You let me go on air like this?
Oh, man, we're live, dude. Shawn, I apologize. No, we're going live right now. And our next guest is...
Our next guest is Shawn Ryan.
Former Navy SEAL. Three-time Academy Award winning.
I guess we should go ahead and start, dude. First of all, we're back. I feel like... this is only going to be a week's time, but yeah, they don't know, but...
They don't know.
It's only... I feel like it's been 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. That's the crazy part about like the internet and going doing podcasts and stuff is they think we probably shoot on a Wednesday and post on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like no one really knows like these are weeks in a time or whatever.
Well, that's just not realistic, dude, especially when you're doing like all this shit your fucking self. Like, dude. But yeah, elephant in the room. So, which if people have actually been listening, then you've kind of got word that me and Tyler work together at the same job. We're not going to say which job it is until we both quit. But we saw Shawn Ryan at our work. If you're familiar, Shawn Ryan has a very successful podcast. He's a former Navy SEAL and CIA operative, I guess. And Tyler's fucking obsessed with him. So
yeah. And
I didn't even know who he was.
Oh, let me write this down. I don't want to lose this topic because I didn't think we were going to jump right into Shawn Ryan.
Well, I just wanted to mention him.
No, 100%. Let me write this down. Yeah, dude. I actually didn't get to see him, which I'm a little bummed out about it. But
yeah, he was so cool, dude. He was cool as fuck.
Yeah, dude, that guy, I don't know if you know a whole lot about him. He's like 20 years, retired in the military, retired Navy SEAL, seen it all, done it all. Very big. I think he's actually on like, you know how like podcast, is it considered Apple Music? You know how like you have like an app on your phone that says podcast?
Yeah.
He's like there for a while, was number one on that podcast, like top trending podcast. He was number one. So I'm sure people know who he is. He's a little controversial, a little red pill, but he's an American hero.
Dude, what former military guy that does a podcast is not red pill?
Yeah.
Like they're all red pill.
You know about the transgender SEAL, right?
Shut up, dude.
You don't know about her? Shawn Ryan had her or him on his pod. You got to watch it.
Okay, but what were they before?
A man.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a Navy SEAL. You think it was a girl? It was a Navy SEAL. Like, we can get into that. So it was a SEAL that got out of the SEAL teams because he said, I'm a woman. And dresses now and has long hair and makeup and is a girl now.
Get the fuck out of here. They're not still in the teams, are they?
No, he got out of it because of this. The most alpha, sigma, literally the probably hardest, most respected, depending on who you're talking to, industry in the entire universe, the entire existence. Like Navy SEALs are the top of the line with anything you look at. And he's a transgender. He came out as a transgender.
Damn, dude.
Let me see if I can find a picture real quick. But yeah, so we saw Shawn.
Dude, the trans community made it to the SEAL teams, dude. What is going on?
Well, it just kind of goes. I'm terrible at school.
That makes me sound like I'm anti-trans, but I'm not.
No, I got you.
I'm not anti-trans, but I don't know.
Look at that. Doesn't that blow your mind? Like absolute badass, and that's what he looks like now.
Dude.
I don't know if...
That's a dude who's fucking killed people.
Exactly. I don't know if we and we can blow it up. Like, if anybody wants to know, his name is Chris Beck. Has now changed his name to Kristen Beck. Looks kind of hot if I saw her in a nightclub. Listen, dude.
She just puts you in a chokehold.
She's like, when I was in Osama bin Laden's house one time. I'm like, what?
Well, dude, I hooked up with an older Marine woman when I was in college.
Nice. "Oorah."
No, literally, dude. She had sleeves and shit. She was crazy.
Oh, that's sexy.
It was,
Cigarette
but
burns on her back, and
I was like 22 and she was 31.
age just a number.
Yeah, I guess so.
But to kind of get into a little more, like, Shawn Ryan gave us. I mean, I think you more than me, and I feel like I'm more obsessed with him.
Dude, I was the one that like actually helped him. I had no idea who he was.
Yeah, and I think he gave us that like motivation to want to continue to do this at a higher level and a more serious level, because you see, we had that conversation, like, it's crazy how, and we can get into this, Navy SEALs are just average dudes. These guys could kill you with a toenail, and they're just walking around. You would never know.
Yeah.
And that guy's doing what we inspire to do. We aspire to be that guy.
Yeah.
And so it gave us that kind of like, well, that was a good feeling to see him.
Well, I was saying, like, no disrespect to any Navy SEAL, like, they're obviously all badass, dude. Even if you are trans, like, you fucking the most badass guy in the room. But when you see him, I guess you want to think of like of them as a super soldier. You know what I mean? Like super jacked, like really in shape, like like David Goggins. But he didn't look like he was that.
I think we've stereotyped like an American soldier, especially as a Navy SEAL, as like the American. What's the Captain America?
Yeah,
because he was a military guy. You know what I mean? Like just real bulked up, like like you said, just ripped guy. But then again, you hear some of these. Like,
he's also not in the teams anymore. I bet when he was in the teams, he was fucking yoked.
I don't know. Did you look him up? He's still. A lot of the guys weren't. A lot of the guys are more yoked now because they're on so much TRT. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of guys still were yoked in the teams though. But I think the craziest part is that you hear a lot of like those like admirals have those speeches in like in front of colleges and stuff like that. They have a thing called like the Smurf crew, which is guys that are underneath like 5'5". The majority of SEALs are guys like that are 5'5", 140 pounds, but could literally break your neck at any time.
Yeah, dude.
But I tell you what, one of the best things I ever heard was Marcus Luttrell, the lone survivor.
I was about to ask you that. Oh, go ahead, but
he makes a comment real quick. He makes a comment saying Navy SEALs are not the toughest, strongest, most badass guys out there. They're just really good at finding a way out. It makes you think a little bit. Like, they're really not that good at what they do. They're just really good at finding a way to beat you.
Damn. But I mean, I guess, what is that? Just having the ultimate will? I mean, they have like the greatest willpower you could have.
Well, speaking of willpower, remember I told you that one thing too. The best thing I ever heard, it makes sense now when you think about it, is, man, if you're a SEAL, it's got to be terrifying busting through a door knowing that there's a guy on the other side waiting with an AK about to put it through your chest. They don't care. They're not scared of that stuff. I read something one time saying that Navy SEALs are more scared to talk to girls than they are to go through a war. And it's because they're living that purpose-driven life. They're not scared to die because they're living their life. They're living to the most full potential. When they're not doing that, is why they kill themselves, because they're not living to that potential. They feel like they're wasting their life.
Well, damn. I mean, it makes sense though, like when you think about it. And this is not at all as the same intensity, but it kind of felt the same like when I was playing football in college. Because, like, that's your whole purpose. Like, yeah, you do class, you do whatever else, but, like, you're a football player, and that's your identity. So it's like, and I fucking loved it, dude. I love going to workouts. I loved the games. I love being with the boys.
Right? And I'm sure you probably went through the same thing as an athlete as I am too. Whenever that time was no longer there, the leaves fell and the time's over with, you definitely had that mindset of like, now what?
Yeah, dude.
Even if like you and I were superstars or didn't play much, whoever it is you talk to, it's like, I miss those days. I miss being in the locker room. I miss being with the boys, which is why I think a lot of guys, they long for that military lifestyle, because it's that brotherhood of being in the locker room all day long. I mean, who doesn't want to do that?
That's what I'm saying, dude. There's not really that many things out there that are like that.
Exactly. We have that conversation at work sometimes. Like, we work with some females. Whenever the females are in the room, it brings the morale a little down. It brings kind of the vibe down. Whenever it's just the guys, though, dude.
Especially when it's a certain time of the month.
Yeah. Hey, if you're watching this, we know you're on your shit right now. Colby made a good point today. We were running today. We were kind of working a little bit. In that morning, we were kind of getting crazy. And Colby made that comment like, dude, this crew right here could run this shit. We don't need nobody. But I tell you what, man, not saying fuck the ladies, but a lot of times it brings the whole vibe down. Like, so I guess what I'm saying is that, like, I understand why people love that military life.
Does, dude. People are going to label us as sexist,
yeah,
but
I don't give a boot.
I mean, there's definitely some great female leaders out there, but like women are just more naturally emotional and like volatile. You know what I mean?
Well, and let me ask you this. Speaking of SEALs, do you believe women should be allowed to try out for SEALs, like throw through buds?
Yeah, but I don't think they should drop the requirements.
So you know there's been females that have tried, right?
Yeah.
They've opened it, and not one has made it. And they don't drop any, like,
Has one even made it like close though?
No, not even close. You know how there's a pre-buds? You have to pass pre-buds before you even get into buds. And pre-buds is not even that hard. It's like a 2-week long in boot camp. If you sign like, hey, you know, while I'm at boot camp, I want to go to buds, you have to do a pre-bud. You have to like basically have someone sign off saying you're ready.
Yeah, there's a bunch of women in Dan Bilzerian, huh?
No.
None of them made it.
Yeah, exactly. No women's ever passed pre-buds.
Damn.
It kind of shows you that, like, the Jordan Petersons of the world, like, we need women. Without women, we would be nothing, right?
Yeah.
They keep this world going round. But there's certain things that are meant for Shawn Ryan and not transgenders.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this is gonna sound bad too, but like, what are some things that women do that like men can't do though?
You heard of the Gluck 9000? I don't think I've seen a man do that one yet.
I don't know, dude. I bet there's some out there.
There's probably some freaky dudes out there, some freaky lizards that can really throw it back.
Dude, the lizards are everywhere, dude. They're fucking super.
I hate that you just asked that, because I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's not coming from a place of like hate, but
I guess you can look at it as women can take care of children probably better than men can.
oh yeah,
The motherly aspect of being a mom.
I guess that's true.
We literally cannot physically, mentally, whatever you call it, cannot do that.
Yeah, you're
We
right.
cannot be a mom. There's just that motherly instinct that babies like, literally like they like, whatever you call it, stick to. Like they can't get away from it. Like they know who their mom is.
Yeah, but like,
Job wise, I don't know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, how many things is there really that a man can't do?
But, you know, if you want to really get into it, people are going to hate on this. Jobs were meant for men. Like a job was created for men
Yeah,
to work and provide for their family while the wife took care of the family.
yeah,
Like that's how it was made. Now I know times have changed because there's women have equal rights now, and you know, all power to them. If they want to go be a SEAL, let them go be a SEAL. They have to pass the standards.
yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, I think women are definitely more inclined or like more natural to dealing with kids and like caretaking for people. Like those, I feel like, you know, like nurses and teachers, like those is majority. That's majority women. Like
There's still no man that can't do that. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's the thing. Like,
And you know,
dude, people are gonna hate it, dude. The freaking SJWs.
What I'm about to say is going to probably get us canceled. forever. The hard part is that, like, again, I'm not saying I'm sexist, feminist, whatever. Like, I believe women are the reason men are as powerful as they are today. Women give men strength. But if a woman was to rule this country, it wouldn't work. Because I hate to say it, but in a sense of war, when it is just men fighting. Now, there's women out there, I get that. But in the grand scheme of things, you don't see... You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, dude.
Somalia, like Bin Laden, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all men. And so you don't want a woman making, like, I think it's also like an intimidating factor. Trump is intimidating. No matter if you hate him or not, no matter what, I don't necessarily agree with all of his political views either, but he was intimidating, dude. I don't know if you noticed, but like,
Dude, and he was a good leader. Like,
great leader.
actually, he really was.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's a statistic shows that he's one of the only presidents. Now, there's close to, he's literally one of the only ones that during his term, there was like no casualties in our war, in our military. There was a lot of militaries that were backing down to us. There's a story of Trump, I think, talking to China, and I think he's literally like, I don't care if you kill us, because I promise you we'll kill you times 10. And they were like, okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's probably fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he literally was like, I don't care what you do. And like, to have someone that like has the balls to say, I'm willing to put my own men online for the freedom of my country, like, is a good leader.
Yeah.
And no women could do that. Like, I hate to say that.
Yeah. That's funny to think that that's also the same guy that would get in debates and be like, Jeb Bush is gay.
You know what sucks, dude, is the power.
What kind of policies are you going to give us, Jeb? Your name's Jeb.
The power of AI scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Because I saw something, I think it was yesterday. I don't know if it was real or not. I don't watch the news because it's bad for you. It's bad for your brain. I think every person in the entire world should turn off the news. Because that's the reason we are so messed up in the head. Why we have anxiety, all that stuff.
Dude, you know what's really bad for you? The fucking History Channel, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I started diving in. That is the damn conspiracy channel.
Yes. The New Mexicans are on there.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
But I saw a video of Trump like dropping motherfuckers left and right on a live speech.
Yeah.
He said something like, and you don't know if it's real, you know if it's AI or not. He said something like, you know, I'm back, motherfucker. I was like, what?
I mean, dude, that is kind of sick, though.
No, it is. He literally holds like pep rallies.
Yeah.
Is it Shane Gillis? Is that his name?
Yeah, Shane Gillis.
Dude, he's hilarious. You kind of introduced me to him a little bit. I've been dabbling into him. He talks about it. He's like, have you noticed how when Trump was president, we'd have like 10 speeches a day over the most random things? Like, didn't even make sense. And he'd just be like, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Dude, he has a joke about how there was a hurricane. I forgot the name, but there's a hurricane on the way. And Shane Gillis' joke is like, Trump suggested that we should just bomb the hurricane. He's like, we should just nuke it. That'll get rid of it.
Everything is the power of the nuke. You've seen all of the Shane Gillis things. Speaking of Navy SEALs and stuff as well, I love the joke he does about making fun of when Trump gave the speech when we killed that crazy like ISIS leader.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, we sent in dogs, and he cried like a baby. And Shane Gillis is like, that's okay. Like, who the fuck wouldn't cry? They're sitting eating in the room, and dogs come in with goggles, night vision on, and fucking maul you to death. Like, who wouldn't be crying right now? Oh, it's so funny. But I don't know, dude. Shawn Ryan, we're gonna manifest it. We're gonna put it into existence. He will be on this couch at one point.
Dude, that's okay. That's what I was trying to tell you earlier. Like, when I saw him, I wasn't even after I knew who he was, I really wasn't tripping. I was like, dude, we're going to see him again. Yeah. Like, I had a feeling that we're going to see him.
The crazy part, too, is that when you see guys like that.
You've seen a lot of celebrities, though.
I have. You know, living in the West Coast, you know, I lived in Vegas for a little bit. Like, I've seen a lot of celebrities. Nashville's a big part, or a big, like, city to see celebrities as well.
Yeah.
But it's crazy when you see guys like to that extent, like that kind of like clout, I guess you can call it right now. Like you said, like we keep taking, they're just normal dudes.
Yeah.
Like they're just you and I. And we could have on this podcast right now and probably have the same kind of conversation here. Now he'd have a lot more knowledge than we would.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about Ben Daddy or whatever. He's gonna be like, yeah, I was there. Actually, there was the guy who shot him. But
yeah, no, dude. Well, I asked him a little bit. First of all, one of our coworkers asked him if he was a YouTuber.
Did he ask him if you know No Jumper?
He asked Shawn Ryan if he would do No Jumper, and he said that No Jumper actually contacted him, and he was like, I don't want to go on their podcast. All they talk about is like hookers and shit. And he was like, that. He was like, dude, that doesn't really fit with me.
So I texted my buddy Brett. And Brett was like, whenever he comes back to the place, you should bring a Nerf gun and like pop out and shoot him to see if he's really like about it. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'd get 15 bullets in the eyeball.
Dude, yeah, easy, dude. Easy.
Because he's a big advocate on like EDC, like everyday carry.
Yeah.
And he's all about like concealment with your weapons, and he has like 6 knives in his boots. And
dude, you can't fuck around with those guys. Like, dude, what if he's having a flashback?
Yeah,
like,
I remember this time.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He sees a towel somewhere, and he's like, "Fuck."
Which
dude.
Which is what I was gonna say is that like a guy like that, I would love to sit down and just talk to him off air, off the pod. Yeah, just to talk to him, because it's like a guy like that. You know, we don't know anybody that's a war hero. At least I don't know if you do. I don't know if that's a war hero, whatever hero. But it's like,
but you personally know a Navy SEAL though.
I personally know an active one.
Yeah.
but he hasn't done a deployment or anything crazy.
Yeah.
I know a few guys that have done deployments that are like in the Navy and in the Army, but they're not like, they're just kind of like, infantry grunts.
Yeah.
You definitely see some shit, but not like Shawn has.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're special forces like that. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that, do you have to watch what you say? Like, is that definitely like, what if that's, you got to be careful. Like, if you say the wrong thing, he's going to be like, oh, I remember that. Like, start having flashbacks. And
Yeah, I guess you don't really know.
or if he's like, don't talk about that. Like, what if he got on our podcast and he was like, I don't
Dude, that would
fuck with
low-key,
y'all.
like, kind of scare me. If we started talking, he's like, dude, don't say
Yeah.
anything. I'd be like,
Don't say anything about that.
have you seen Colorado football?
What do you think about Deion Sanders?
Dude, they're really good. What do you think of him wearing his shades all the time?
Oh my god.
Are you racist if you don't like them?
Oh my god. Don't even get me
No,
started.
dude, people are saying that.
I know you and Tracy talked about that a little bit. That's ridiculous. I don't even want to get started on that. But I don't know if you want to kind of flip the mood a little bit.
What, are you trying to play some music?
Yeah. No, so I was driving over here and I saw a sign. Powerball is $999 million right now.
$9.99.
My couple of questions are, if you win that right now, someone says, hey, congratulations, we just wired $999 million to your bank account. What's the first thing you're doing? And like, be realistic.
That's a scam in itself, but go ahead.
Don't sit here and tell me like, well, I'm going to go invest it into a house and buy stocks. Like, what's the first thing you're doing? You have enough money to feed 1,000 people for the rest of your life times 10. What are you doing?
Dude, well, the first thing I'm doing is quitting my job and then probably parting my fucking dick off until maybe for a week or two straight.
Right. I agree with that. I think my first thing you're doing is you're buying a car, buying some toys until you kind of get your mind right. Are you telling anybody that you won the lottery? Family.
You can't, dude. Not even your family. Not even your family.
But okay, so you start parting your dick off.
The only person I think I could tell in truth and honesty is my father. And that's the only person.
But hear me out. You start partying, you start going crazy. You buy a brand new truck. Not even a nice car, just a brand new truck. $80,000 truck. Nice car, whatever. And you quit your job and all of a sudden rent comes up and you say, I got rent. And they say, how? How'd you just buy a truck? You haven't been to work in 2 months and you have enough money for rent.
Yeah.
Where are you getting this money from? Someone's going to know. Someone's going to ask questions.
That's true. It's easy to say when you don't have it that like, oh, I'd still go to work and do my everyday thing.
I don't think I'd go to our work, but I definitely would have a job. I definitely have a job.
That's true. Dude, you could fucking... that's when you start being a personal trainer at Orange Theory, dude.
I'd go have 6 orange. I'd go build 6 Orange Theories. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's what I do. I think I would probably open up some stores, some boutique kind of stuff, like sell a bunch of knicknacks and just have fun with it. So open up a skateboard shop.
I don't know how people make a living like that, dude. You can't work at Orange Theory. And there's so many people that want to do the fitness thing, but it's so hard.
It's funny you mentioned that because I had this kind of thought to myself the other day. You go to a restaurant, you go to a store, you go to anywhere you go, like I'm talking like a basic ass store, basic ass restaurant. And there's always like 50-year-old guys and girls with kids and families that work there. And it's like, how do they survive? How do they make ends meet? Like,
I'm saying, dude, especially if you have children, like, holy shit.
Like, you're making the same money as the 18-year-old kid that's still in high school.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that.
I mean, we had a guy like that used to work with us, Dave.
Exactly. Like, they're making $15 an hour, if that. And they're in their 40s, got kids and got families, like whatever. And it's like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, dude. I get it. I guess it's situational between each person, but I mean, fuck, dude. If you really don't have a degree, and that's the thing. Like, people don't want to do physical labor either, though. Like, that's a huge, because if you do construction or if you do a trade, you can make a fucking shit ton of money. And you don't need a degree for that.
But we are now entering the realm of you can sit on your couch all day long. No one can even know what you look like, and you'd be a millionaire.
That is true.
Now, it comes with, I think, luck, and it does come with like hard work and skill.
Yeah.
But you don't need to get your hands dirty anymore to make money.
No, you definitely don't. You don't really need a degree either, especially with like real estate and property. I mean, that's like the key to wealth. I feel like is just owning a bunch of shit. Damn, did that just break?
No, I just flipped it.
Oh,
I've messed with it for the past month, and I just finally gave whatever. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, it also goes to like homeless people. I get kind of pissed off when I see a homeless guy. Now I know if you have something wrong with him, like I saw this one homeless guy who's like Navy veteran.
yeah.
And it's like you could do what Shawn Ryan's doing. Go open a podcast. Like,
Yeah.
why are you begging for money when you can go get a job anywhere?
But nobody cares about this sounds so bad, but nobody cares about the regular veteran, dude. Everybody only cares about the fucking Navy SEAL super badasses.
Because the regular veteran are most of the time the cooks that never even saw anything, never held a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, I think you have to hold a gun.
I don't know, dude. There's like, I know females of mine. I got a lot of females.
You got them locked up.
I got them all locked up in my basement. You want to come see them?
Hey, you guys could never do something a man could do. Or we could do everything you could do.
Expose me. I know some females that have been in the military that like went as like the cafeteria ladies, and they never touched a gun for their 4 years in the military. Never touched a gun. Not even like do like boot camp training. Nothing.
Yeah.
There's ways around it.
I feel like a lot of this has come from two people who have not been in the military, but
no clue.
But I feel like a lot of the military is at least like just being in like the infantry is just having like a regular day job.
No, it is. And, you know, my buddy who's, you know, in the teams or anything with the Navy and the SEALs, whatever, talks about that. He's like, that's what motivates him through all of his trainings. It's like, if you don't pass these trainings, you're going to be like at a desk, like writing reports on the schools in the air. It's like you're in the Navy and you're doing something that like the normal Joe Smith's doing.
Yeah, like fuck, dude, you might as well just get a job.
Yeah. And that's what the crazy part is. I think you'd be surprised that with how big the military is, it's a small portion of people that fight. It's a big portion of just like random people running around a base.
Yeah.
Intel, communications, like comms, all you know what I mean? Like a lot of people really aren't really doing that much.
But we're also not in like a big war. And I think that's like you want to have all those guys when the shit really goes down. Be like, all right, dude, no more fucking cooking, dude. It's time to grab a damn gun.
Which I think is why we have them so big. Like, if shit was to hit the fan, like, we're not going to go on a draft. It's more so like, listen, I know you've been serving sloppy joes for the past year, but...
Yeah, well, Tim Kennedy talks about that's why he
16.
went to the military in the first place, because 9/11, which a lot of people did, but...
Which, as fucked up as it is to say, it's going to need something like that to happen again for our military to go back to how it was. It's so woke right now, and it's so bad. They're lowering their standards. They're making it easier because they need people to join.
Yeah.
No one's joining. As messed up as that is. Side note, did you see that video? I saw it's all over YouTube. I gotta send it to you, like on YouTube Shorts. There's a Ukraine soldier that's running around and jumps into like a trench, and it's the enemy's trench, and he's like, and the video cuts. Because, dude, so a lot of the Ukraine guys, it's wild. You can literally look up on like the internet like combat footage of them like just mowing people down. It's crazy. This is even like we even have access to this. And there's a video. I don't know if it was a Russian. Is that who they're fighting? Is Russia?
Yeah, dude. They're fighting Russia.
So, are you being serious?
Yes, dude. Russia's just trying to invade them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I haven't kept up with it in the past few months.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was kind of still confused. But like, so I think it's a Ukraine soldier who has like a little like GoPro on his head, and he's laying down in a trench with a bunch of his buddies. Are all laying down. They're watching these like Russians. In the video, you see him like it blurs it out, but they pop a few of these Russians. The Russians fall, and this one guy starts tweaking, and he's like, doesn't know where the shots are coming from, so he runs and like dives. And as he dives, the video shows him like he's right here, and he dives into the trench, and the guy turns, and the guy looks at him like, ooh. This dude to go like, ooh, and they just fucking run out of there. But you know, have you seen the movie Fury with Brad Pitt?
No.
Is that who it is, Brad Pitt? The movie Fury, they capture a guy and they make one of the new recruits kill the guy, and the guy doesn't want to do it. He's like, I don't want to kill this innocent man. He's like, why? He's putting that uniform on to kill you. And so it makes you think that, like, I know war is not fair, and it's all about really ending people's lives.
Yeah.
But are you shooting that guy? Like, if you're sitting here, like, you're scared that the adrenaline's pumping, you're fucking scared, you're shooting these guys, and all of a sudden this guy jumps, no weapon, doesn't have a gun on him. He jumps in there and he's like, oh, please, please, please. Like, are you going to be like, just go. Like, get out of here. Are you going to, like, you know what I mean? Like, how hard of a situation is that?
Dude, yeah, because, I mean, you're literally looking at, I mean, yourself. Dude, it's, yeah, I mean, fuck, that's such a crazy situation
like,
to be in.
We laugh about it now. If that would have happened right in front of us and the guy's like, ooh, we would have started dying laughing and be like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But we don't know what that guy's going through. The guy who's filming.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about adrenaline. He probably doesn't even know what's going on. He's so, like, cortisol and everything's just dumping.
I mean, dude, if you see him, you're probably fucking praying he doesn't point that gun at your ass because you're going to have to lay him down.
Right.
Like, you're hoping he surrenders.
Man, dude. Do you want to join the military? This is our last pod, guys. We appreciate you watching.
Yeah, right. We're going to hang out with I was going to say Brett, but.
Yeah. Nah, I got you. We'll get him on here. He'll tell us all about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
We're gonna be we're the next TPS Russia, dude. We're gonna be the fucking gun guys that never serve, dude. What's so funny is I have an uncle like that. He has so much guns and like big ass safes full of guns. One time we were on a family vacation and we were doing a tour. We were in LA and he was like, we were going, everybody on the bus, he's like, all right, everybody tell us your name and tell us something about you. He's like, hey, my name's Morgan. I like guns and I really love shooting stuff. He's like, were you in the military? He's like, no. He's like, oh, so you just really like guns.
You're kind of a weirdo at this point.
Yeah, he's like, okay, next.
Well, this is so kind of off topic, but it's funny you say that. My buddy of mine just got a brand new job in a like a tech industry.
Yeah.
And his title is he works in the service department. So I'm like, you need to tell everybody, like, I'm in the service. People are like, oh, thank you so much for your service. Like, you're welcome. Like,
we're in the service too.
I'm in
Customer
the
service.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, this is my service. Fuck, dude, what are we doing? We need to start talking about sex or something. Like,
Yeah, for real,
we need
dude.
to spice this pot up. What are we doing? We need to start talking about something.
Oh, dude. Well, I was thinking earlier today, which so many people have talked about this, but dude, Tinder and Bumble and shit, like nobody. When's the last? I know you've been in a relationship, but when's the last person that you met of the opposite sex that like wasn't on a fucking app? Like, I feel like that's so normal nowadays. And like back in the day, there used to be arranged marriages.
Yeah. You know something crazy? You know, Gene met his wife on eHarmony.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that crazy? But
Gene's the
eHarmony
older fellow we work with.
yeah, he's like 80 something. Met his wife when he was like 60 on eHarmony. eHarmony's different though. Back in the day when it was just eHarmony, it was simply like, here's a profile picture of me.
Yeah.
You want to date? Where now it's like, this is what my ass looks like after I'm clapping cheeks.
Yeah.
I love to smoke weed. You know what I mean? Like,
That's true, dude.
Are you like a supporter of Tinder? Like, you think you'd meet like your wife on Tinder?
Well, see, dude, I don't know because I don't have any of the apps I used to. But ever since I got out of my last relationship, I just never downloaded. I'd much rather
They're
meet.
so stupid.
They're stupid, but you think about it, like I'd much rather meet my next girlfriend in person. But fuck, dude, it's hard. Like you meet so many girls, and you're like, you're not interesting at all.
And I think the problem is with social media, everyone wants to know everything right now. If you think about what the reason or like what Tinder is, it's the first date without going to the first date.
Yeah.
I can see, okay, you like dogs, you got a family, you want to have kids one day. Like if they fill out all the information, you can see all that.
Yeah.
It's like that. Like, okay, they're my type. Let's talk to them. But I get what you're saying. I've always been a believer. If you're on Tinder, something's wrong with you. Especially when you're really good looking. Because like it's like if you're really good looking, in my opinion.
That's true, dude. There's some fucking booga wolves on Tinder.
Dude.
Some streetwalkers.
Oh my gosh, dude. Don't even get me started. Law of attraction's a real thing. Like attractive people are attracted to attractive people. It's just how it is. And if you're on Tinder and you're attractive, there's something wrong with you, because you could go into a store, a grocery store right now, and have every person there, if you really are attractive, like look at you and think you're attractive. So like we make this comment all the time when we talk to our females at work.
But nobody ever says anything. Like, how rare is that for someone to go up to someone random? But it's literally the same thing as swiping on Tinder.
I also think, you know, if we're giving any advice to a 20-year-old, 25-year-old young man in this world, go up and talk to her. I promise you, I think girls would like it.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you go up and talk to a girl and say, hey, listen, like, I think you're beautiful, but we made this comment. Hear me out. If you are an ugly guy and go up to an attractive girl in a grocery store and you say, hey, I think you're beautiful, she's going to say, you're weird, leave me alone. If
That's
you're an attractive
true,
guy,
dude.
You're an attractive guy, and you say, hey, I think you're beautiful, she's going to say, that was the sweetest thing you've ever said. What's your name? That
is a fact.
Basically Tinder in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the females walking, like, I'm swiping. Which,
you could literally be into Dungeons and Dragons, but if you're a hot guy, like, you can get away with it. Like, people will look past the fucking weird shit.
Which, I don't know if you're like this. I don't want to speak for you, but I think I speak for a lot of men our age. That's what we do. If you think about it, we do Tinder in real life. Come on. A girl walks in. Me and Colby talk about this all the time. Maybe we're just two horn freaks. A girl walks in.
With an itty bitty waist.
The round thing in her face. You definitely say, yeah, I'd smash.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know constantly.
Like, yeah, maybe after a beer or two. Yeah, I could do it. Or a girl walks in, you're like, there's no way. Nope, I wouldn't touch her with a pole. Or a girl walks in, and it's past that, and you say, I want to date that girl. I want to marry that girl.
Dude, that's kind of like evolutionary, though. Like that, because that's almost the first thing, especially when it's someone that's similar age to you.
Right?
Like, that's literally the first thing you think. Like, oh, would I be with them? Just based off looks alone?
Which is, in my opinion, I think everyone thinks that way. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you see a girl and you think that she, like, if she's at least laid eyes on you, she's thought that the same thing in her mind. Unless you're totally terrible looking and she's probably thinking, I don't know, I don't want to look his way.
Well, do you think people are, like, kind of judging each other all the time? Are you always sizing people up, you think?
Well, I think I've always done it a little bit. Ever since I saw Fight Club 2, you know, they talk about Fight Club. They're like, ever since we joined Fight Club, like, whenever a guy walks in the room, you think to yourself, like, could I take him?
Yeah.
I think 100%. I think in our industry, when we're as close to as customers as we are, like, really personal, like, almost in their homes sometimes, 100%.
Yeah.
You're always judging someone. At least I am. I'm always judging someone. I'm thinking to myself the whole time, like, if shit hits the fan, can I take this man right here?
Yeah, and sometimes we'll, like, you have to be very personal. Like, we go to people's houses and...
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I've been in someone's house before.
Dude, one dude was, like, literally this close to my face. I had to step out. I was like, dude, well, like, why are you this close to me?
Yeah, I think I told you that one time that one dude backed me into a car. And it got to the point where it was like, this isn't about work anymore. This is about, like, survival of the fittest. Like, if something happens, if this escalates far enough, what am I going to do to get out of the situation?
That's true.
I think you think about that with everything. You know,
yeah.
I hate to say it, we are stereotypical as humans. Everybody is. Everyone's judgmental. You know, if you walk into an airport and 6 guys with towels on their head.
Oh, God,
and
dude.
long beards. You know what I mean? Like, you might not think, and this might be racist, whatever you want to call it. I'm speaking the truth for everybody here. You might not think, oh, my God, they're terrorists, but you might keep an eye on them.
That's true, dude.
You might. And what happens when they do something sketchy? And it's not sketchy. You just think it's sketchy. You instantly start judging, stereotyping. Like, oh, my God, I'm terrified. Now I'm scared.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I have another good point kind of along those lines. So we meet a lot of customers, and what we do, I don't want to give too many hints away.
Don't say anything.
But it's like what we do, we deal with basically the fucking human population, like, as a whole. Like, everybody comes to our business. Like, it's very known. But one thing I will say from working a customer service job, I'm almost 99% right when someone walks up and I talk to them for 30 seconds, I know exactly what kind of customer they are. I can pretty much tell what kind of person they are. And it's just like, most of the time, your assumptions are right.
Right.
Like, maybe that sounds taboo to say that. Not to say that you assume that someone's going to blow some shit up. Like, that's maybe a little bit too far. But, like...
No, but I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, you do judge the book by its cover a little bit.
Yeah.
And like you said, unless you're an absolute missing chromosome, like, like you're gonna have a good gut feeling on things. Now, there's times I've been wrong. There's times where a guy walks in and I'm like, I got to be careful what I say. And the guy's the funniest, loose guy I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But we also meet a lot of people that's like, how do you survive in this world?
Yeah, and then they just, like, I don't know. They just give into the stereotypes. Like, if you see an older middle-aged guy and he's got the fucking what is it? My dad fucking loved these shirts, dude. They have the like little shark on them. But anyway, you see a nice polo. He's wearing flip-flops, dude. He pulls out an Amex. You're just like,
Little Tommy Bahama?
yeah, Tommy Bahama. Yeah, dude. You see that? It's like, okay, this dude, he's not really about joking. He's just kind of... He's just like a corporate asshole. Like, it's not everybody, but it does happen more often than not where they are how you think they already are.
Kind of off topic. I got some for you. I heard this on the radio this morning. And I realize in our industry that we work in is definitely a necessity. Like, the thing that we work with is something that every single person in the entire world uses and needs and has and is always wanting, type of thing.
Yeah.
But we definitely, I think we see kind of the weird end of some people sometimes. Okay, I heard this the other day. Think about this. In 24 hours in your entire day, what is the percentage of people you see do you find attractive? And I'm not talking 6 beers, yeah, I'm smashing.
What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all for watching. The little sound fucking box got messed up. This little guy. So, missed about 30 seconds of podcast, but coming back to you right now. Damn, I forgot what we were saying.
We weren't really saying much. Just talking about finding people attractive.
Fucking rambling at this point, dude.
Finding people attractive.
Um,
What's next, dude? What's I will say, I think we have to talk about something real quick. I don't know what pod number this is. We did hype up number 10, and nothing really came about number 10.
Well,
So number 11 is going to be...
you're wearing a funny hat, though.
I'm wearing a pretty funny hat. This is it, guys. Number 10. Woo.
Okay, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. No, dude. Okay, I was thinking about this. I want to do a podcast in the fucking woods, dude. We're a low budget pod, dude. What can we get? You know what I mean? Like, what can we do?
And I think something that's important to kind of like, I know we kind of jokes, but on the serious side, we tell it how it is. We're both 25, living in this crazy world. We tell it how it is.
Yeah, dude, we're fucking renegades.
Things happen. You know what I mean? Like,
we don't care what nobody thinks.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We can't control.
Men can do whatever women can do.
Right. That's terrible.
Shawn Ryan would back us up.
Shawn Ryan he'd back us up. What do you think about that, Shawn? Shawn Ryan's actually sitting right behind the camera.
Chinaman? What do you think?
Hey, that's Chinaman.
That's Chinese flag.
You know what you should do? Is you should see if you get good at editing, be able to move his lips. And we'll ask him questions and he'll respond.
He'd be like, yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, women suck.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I think we're definitely got something in the making here. I think having Brett on the pod we could call it, podcast number X. Number 10. Number 10. You know what I mean? The special pod or something like that.
The MK Ultra episode. MKU.
But
yeah, that's what we should do. We should switch our shit to Roman numerals, dude. That's kind of edgy and cool.
I definitely, don't want people to get discouraged. If you are watching this, this is something we're still new at. We're still working on it. We're getting better and better, but we're still going to have fall off schedule, so we're not going to be the best to our abilities. We're going to have some fire, upbeat pods. We're ripping one at like 9 o'clock on a school night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going to have some fire pods in the future.
Dude, okay, so you texted me something about motivational, and I think we should get a little bit motivational, but this is a testament to, like, okay, we haven't had a lot of success. We did have over 100 views on our last podcast, but, like, dude, if there's something you want to do, like, do it. And it's gonna suck. Do it anyway. Just start doing it. Like, we're 10 episodes in, but like 10 weeks ago, I was like, damn, dude, what if we could, is this shit really gonna work? And now I'm sitting here now, I'm like, damn, this shit might actually work.
Or you think about, like, should we start a pod?
Yeah.
And then you do it, and now we're 10 episodes in, and we're like, thank God we started. We should have started sooner.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
look at how, I think the hardest part with anything in life, and this is why so much fear and anxiety comes about anything, is kind of like you said, start it and stick with it. You know, we might go 100 pods in a row until we blow up. We might never blow up, but like, stick with it. You know, the hard work will eventually pay off, which it is, dude. I mean, look at where we started. I watched our first video. Look at where we started. I mean, we had to get up every 10 minutes to turn the camera on.
Yeah.
And we're still not even there.
No,
we still got
not.
so much room for growth.
We're not there, but if you think about it from like where you start, and like it's baby steps, but then eventually, like, this is a completely new podcast compared to what it was when we first started. So, I don't know. I just think that's really cool. Kevin Hart, I don't know if it was you that told me about it, but like, Kevin Hart said the amount of time that you spend thinking about it, you could already be like through the beginning stage of whatever it is. Yeah. But it's like you spent all this time thinking about it, and now you did it.
Rogan talks about that too. Rogan kind of talks about if you put the same effort into complaining and whining about it as just actually starting it, you'd probably end up being pretty half decent at it.
Yeah. Have you heard of the Oliver Anthony guy? I talked about him the other day, the rich man of north of Richmond. He was like a big he wasn't a drug addict, but he was a big alcoholic and like weed smoker, and he said he procrastinated, like he would do music on and off for years, and he just procrastinated and ran away from the fact that he just really wanted to do music. And he said like him waiting for 3 years to do music, like literally was burning a hole in his chest. Like he said he would feel like uncomfortable, and then he started, and now 2 years later he had the biggest song in the world last month. In the world. Yeah. Like I don't even know who the guy is. You were kind of singing the song today. I didn't really know what the song was, but I knew what it was, type of thing. But yeah, I mean, it all goes back to like, just stick with something and put in the time and the effort and do it like what you enjoy to do and like what you think is right. He literally made a song about how he feels is the right way to like go about and think, and it's literally blowing up because people are like, wait a second, I'm glad someone finally said it. Yeah. Like, he's right. Well, we've talked about that before. Like, people can tell the difference between authenticity and like putting on an act. And I did it last night. I did a podcast with my friend Tracy last night. And I asked him, like, I kind of got him to tell a story that I already knew about, but I wanted him to tell it because like I thought it was funny, but you could just tell like I already knew, or at least that's how I felt. But dude, there's no hiding it. We don't script this. Like, this is organic. Yeah. We're keeping it organic. We're keeping it real. No, I totally get what you're saying. Like, people definitely pick up on bullshit. Yeah. And people can smell it, and certain people can't, which is crazy to me. But yeah, those are also the people who make the clout goblins famous, though. Exactly. We keep it real, but hell yeah, dude. Nice, bro. Oh man, I don't know if I want to get into it, especially if we're gonna drop. If I'm gonna drop the one with Tracy, which I think I will, but I do want to ask you this: like, if you if you were to be thrown in the wilderness, where do you think you could survive? Like any climate. Have you watched like the?
Not as much as you think, but
You didn't watch like Bear Grylls or anything growing up, Survivor Man?
Yeah.
Like, what you're kind of from Arizona. Like, if you were thrown in the Arizona desert, you think you'd be fucked, or you have it?
No, I think it'd be fucked. Yes.
Well, okay, the desert's different though.
Desert's brutal. I think the one place I'd survive would be like the beach. I feel like
Destin, Florida.
Maybe like San Diego. I'd survive in San Diego.
Yeah.
No, like
Joe's Crab Shack.
like I think I'd survive as like the fisher, the guy with the spear getting fish. Like you're not surviving in like the Amazon.
But you know how hard it is? Think about how hard it is. It's hard to fish as it is with a fucking pole and hook and bait. Imagine how hard it is to throw like a spear.
Maybe you're a bad fisher. I'm pretty good.
Well, you do have a fishing hat on, dude. I should. And your hat says Panama City.
That's where I'd survive. I think I'd be pretty good over there.
Damn, dude, you're fucking salt life, dude.
Where would you survive?
In Antarctica. No, I'm just playing.
Probably Destin.
Dude, most realistically, I mean, what is like the most? Honestly, probably Africa.
Africa. And how do you have to survive with like hyenas and tribes and you know Africa?
Okay, fuck, I don't know actually.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's really like there's no climate you're gonna be like, yeah, I could survive that.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna suck either way.
You know what I mean? You're either gonna be in the jungle with lions and tigers. You're gonna be in Africa with the climate, the heat and stuff like that. Antarctica with the snow and the cold and like, which I think, to be honest with you, you think you can survive better in the heat or in the cold? Like just us as a human, not you personally.
Are you talking about like two extremes?
Yeah, like I'm talking like 150 degrees or like negative 20.
Definitely heat, dude. Because if you don't get a fire, think about it.
Hypothermia is
You're fucking done. Yeah, like the heat for sure.
Oh, I can't do it though. He would suck.
Yeah. Think about just sleeping outside. Like you get lost in the woods, you go on a fishing trip, you fucking don't catch anything. You have to sleep on the ground, dude. That sucks. I can't even sleep like in a fucking hotel bed now. I'm so jaded. Like
you sleep on the ground.
Okay, but I have a nice mattress.
My bad.
And it's really worn in because I've had it for a while.
Well, that's just because that's all we know.
Yeah, that's true.
Know. But
damn, dude, we couldn't make it as Navy SEALs, dude.
Hell no,
dude. They're like, we'll fucking sleep on concrete, dude. We don't give a fuck.
Like, do you have a Tempur-Pedic?
Yeah. I need a good night's rest if we're gonna go, kill ISIS.
I didn't get 8 hours, but
that's what I'm saying. Do you guys have like a meal? Like, I'm kind of hungry.
That's the hard part. As I was gonna say is, I think the hard part with being a Navy SEAL that I don't know if I'd be able to survive is the like. I don't know about you, but I'm 25. I feel like I'm not 17 anymore. So like my like knowledge is a little bit better than what it was when I was 17. To the point of like, I think I would know like, hey, I'm 3 days, guys. I haven't had any protein. I haven't had really much water in 3 days. Like,
you haven't had any yogurt?
I'm a little depleted. You guys have any froyo over here?
Guys, I haven't had any Greek yogurt.
But honestly, dude,
I'm losing my gains. How am I going to survive?
You guys have any creatine back there? I don't know how they do it, man. I couldn't do it. Like you go 3 days without eating or drinking something and have to go run all day long. I'm
Bro,
the type
dude,
of person
think about how chapped your lips would get.
Oh my god,
that's a silent killer, dude.
But I tell you what, Kevin, if he ever comes on here, he'll tell you some funny stories. They sneak things. They sneak a lot of things. Guys will sneak chapstick like in their socks, and they'll be like, so one of the evolutions they do is, this is a funny story. I'll tell you this kind of funny story real quick. And I want to save a lot for him if he ever gets on. One of the evolutions they do is in the middle of the night they put glow sticks on their helmets, and they get on these boats. It's like little like like who's going to carry the boats? Little like inflatables, and they swim or they row probably about 2 miles out, go around, and they're told to flip the boats, and the instructors know they flip by the lights. They want to see all their lights go up and in the water, and then they come on back. It's pitch black.
Wait, do you have to flip them like while you're swimming?
No, so like you're rowing, and they say flip the boat. So they want everyone out of the water, flip the boat over, climb back on the boat, flip it back over, kind of like if you were at a shipwreck or whatever. The funny story. I don't want to get too deep into it, whatever. Two things. They said they'll like, that's their time when guys are ripping like inhalers, taking stuff, ripping chapstick because they're out there. No one can see them. And so a lot of times they won't tie the glow stick, tie them up to their helmet. And so they'll get out there and they'll all take their glow sticks and go, ready? Whoa. Like they won't actually flip the boats. And they'll be like, whoa. And they'll be like splashing. Listen to this. Team guys, they know this evolution, right? Like the guys that are already past the buds.
Bro, that's so funny.
Listen to this. This is the craziest story you ever heard. I don't know if you heard this or not. But team guys know that they've like, oh, this evolution sucks. They will bring them like pizzas, In-N-Out, milkshakes. And so they're swimming 2 miles, right? And all of a sudden this Navy SEAL comes swimming next to him and goes, hey guys, look what I got you. And has a plastic bag full of like food. And they'll eat it real quick and then swim back over there. How funny is that, dude?
That's so dope, dude.
And Kevin was like, the funniest story of mine, he has to tell the story. The funniest story of his entire life was there's this fucking guy that was like hallucinating.
Wait, did that happen to him? Like,
yes. So this guy was hallucinating and they had In-N-Out and he thought it was the guy giving him shampoo. He was hallucinating so bad. So he used the In-N-Out milkshake and wiped it all over his body. So he was stained white. And he said they got ripped. Like, they were like, what the fuck is on this guy? Because the instructors are all Navy SEALs. You know what I mean? The instructors are all Navy SEALs. They know how it goes. They know what happens. They know, like, the ins and outs. They don't want you to know that they know. They know. And, yeah, dude, they swim 2 miles out there and have fucking real-ass badasses come with, like, bags full of Little Caesars and give it to these guys. And they just mow it down and then go back.
While they're like out in the ocean.
While they're out in the middle of the ocean. During the evolution. Like when the instructor's like, let's go. And they're out there just fucking mowing down in and out.
That's so funny. I feel like I want to hear that from your friend.
Oh, dude, he has so many crazy stories like that. It's so funny. But like what I was saying is that like they hide stuff like that.
That would probably like, think about how bad that sucks. Like that would be fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh, it's so funny. You know, and he said that's the part that makes it like almost enjoyable, borderline enjoyable, is they go home at night and they can't even move and they start dying laughing. Like, you know what's crazy? We got In-N-Out at like 2 a.m. today. We were out swimming. Someone brought us In-N-Out. Who was that? Like,
yeah.
And a lot of guys hallucinate so bad they don't believe it. They're like, oh, who's this guy's bringing us In-N-Out? And they're like, yeah, okay. And they're like, no, he's literally right there. He's got a bag with 6 cheeseburgers in it. Like,
dude, that's fucking sick. Imagine you're in Buzz, like SEAL Team 6 pulls up and drops a package off.
What's up, dude? But
that's so cool.
I think it's pretty cool. But
we're such wannabe Navy SEALs.
oh my God,
we want to be them so bad.
So bad.
Oh, shit, dude.
Get to bed.
Gotta get to bed, dude. Oh, yeah, I guess it
haven't
is
ate my
time to wrap
Chipotle
up.
My burrito yet.
You just call that a sandwich?
I think it's late, man. Midnight on school night.
Yeah, dude. We normally work in the morning, dude, at 0400 hours.
0400. Definitely
Dave,
brings
dude.
the...
We need to call our pod the ROTC pod. That's basically what we are, dude.
You within here. What are we in the ROTC?
Yeah, literally.
That's hilarious.
Telling stories of dudes who really do it. But
One time my sergeant.
yeah. Well, shoot, man. This is dude. Every time you do that shit, it fucking throws me off.
I love it. I'm such a fidgety person.
Yeah, I am too. I've been literally grabbing my fucking toes.
I don't know if you noticed. This is the first podcast I didn't have my ball. I've had that tennis ball every single podcast. I'm kind of upset I didn't have it. I don't even know where
It's over there.
Oh my God, I didn't even really look at it. I thought that was it. I thought it shrunk.
It's good, dude. You're getting skills now.
By the way, before we end it, you need to be on alert.
Alert for what?
What if I wasn't who I was and I'm just some random man that snuck into your house?
Oh, dude, I'm done. You're saying you're a lizard?
I'm a lizard.
You're a reptilian.
I caught you slacking. I snuck into this man's studio.
Dude, what's so funny is that me and Tracy literally had a conversation about like, do you choose to be gay, dude? We started talking about like, damn, dude, there's a bunch of gay in this house. We need to shoo it out of here. Someone needs to light an incense.
I love women. You gotta let them know.
Yeah, dude, we're so straight.
Hey, how's my posture?
Oh, you're super straight, dog.
You're straight, dog. Cool. Word, just out of here to say it.
But yeah, man. Okay, so this has been Sideline Stories. I don't know which episode it's actually going to be. This might air tomorrow. It might air next week. I'm not sure, but
It's actually year 2021 right now.
Yeah, for real. It's actually year 2025.
Chandler's actually in Buds right now. It's just some old recordings that we have. He's going through it right now.
For real. But thank y'all for listening. If you're still listening, again, my name is Chandler. This is Tyler. And this is Sideline Stories. Oh, dude, we didn't do this before. This is something I've been wanting to do. It'll take 1 minute, don't worry.
These days, you throw a damn frisbee, it'll hit a gay dude.
That's where we get all of our knowledge from.
Oh, never mind, dude. So what I wanted to do is, so we're up to like 24 subscribers. So shoot, man, I just wanted to shout them out.
What?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? You haven't even looked, huh?
Unjalapa Punjabi, we appreciate you watching all of our episodes from India. Man.
Fuck, dude. If I can't see this, I mean, I'll just...
Why don't you just look at...
You can't do it on your phone.
But look at, like, if you comment, we'll shout you out. Shout out to all the pairs.
Okay, yeah, I guess that'll have to do for now. Which a lot of these were from CIA webcams. These are kind of from his fan base, but
yeah, that's all of his Bohemian Grove buddies.
yeah. All right, shout out Element 9651. Shout out Felix Crampleton. Shout out Lethal Weapon Esports 7365. That's Austin's Esports. Mm-hmm. Shout out Gift of Guru. He said webcam goat. But I want to shout out our subscribers too, but I can't figure out how to do. We're such rookies of the shit. But yeah.
Yeah, if you want to edit our videos or help us out,
dude.
We'll pay you not a whole lot, but
yeah. But again, my name is Chandler. This is Tyler. This is Sideline Stories. Peace.